What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Talks with Dhawks. I'm here with Hunter B and Rico Cloud.
We here. Yo. Thank you for having us, my boy.
No, of course. Let everybody know what it is you do individually.
Copy. So you already know Rico Cloud and this bitch, my nigga. I be doing the events, curating events. I host with the most. I be a dope podcast, Wolf to Wolf. I do it all, man. Holla at me.
Yo, it's your boy Hunter B, aka Wolf Cobain. You feel me? I'm a fashion designer. I'm a CEO. I'm an artist, and I'm a podcast co-host. You feel me? And a collective owner at that. So let's keep it going, y'all.
Let's get it. Where you from?
So yeah, you already know. Born and raised in Harlem, man. You know what I'm saying? West side of Harlem. From 135th, you already know we was young in Harlem, just trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? I got moved around a lot. That's where I'm from. But I was definitely I lived in the Bronx for a little bit. I lived uptown. And then, it was just pretty much my aspirations, everything I wanted to do just kind of led to content creation and just working, like I said, bringing people together. Mm-hmm. That's probably one of the biggest things of just like, if it's an event, if it's, like I said, on the pod, whichever way that I could communicate and bring people together to enjoy the time of actually creating like something dope.
People person. You like bringing people together. What about you, Hunter?
For me, from Harlem, the East Side, I always been into music. I've always loved music, so that was my first love. And then just being a creative in general, I've always loved that. So, I just kept with it, and then it turned into everything I'm doing now. But the main focus was always music, and like my neighborhood, my experiences, everything I was around, it kind of influenced all the stuff I do today, and like how I do it. So, Harlem, baby.
Alright, so let's get straight into it.
Let's talk about it.
Is being high maintenance, having high standards at all times a red flag?
Or give us like a scenario.
I feel like that can be bad, especially if they haven't. Like I feel like there's people out there that automatically set a standard without trying something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if that's in that case, I feel like that would be a red flag because it's the idea of like everyone don't got it. Like you're so particular, that's fine, but it's the idea that like you can't hold everyone else to that standard because it's like everyone else isn't thinking the same way you are. You know what I mean? So like having a high standard and that person doesn't follow up, I think it's more of like a goal or something like, I would like this to be like this, but I can't expect everyone to be at this level. You feel what I mean?
Word. And then there's a difference between high expectations and unreasonable expectations. And a lot of people be having unreasonable ones too. So it's like we have to determine the thin line between those. So if it's like you don't want to go somewhere because you just don't want to go there or whatever, like that's cool, that's your prerogative or whatever. But every time we going somewhere, it's like, all right, bro. Like, if you're actively using your standards to find something wrong or try not to get or go out and do whatever, it's like, all right. So you're not really high maintenance. You just don't want to do this.
So like a person, you say, yo, we're going to Washington Square Park. Let's take the train. Ew, no, I don't take trains. Let's take an Uber. Yeah, you like stuff like that. You can't take a train for. I need to take an Uber. I need to do this.
Exactly. That's bad. That's bad if they go, word, let's split an Uber. Because now it's like, whoa, I just told you let's take the train. You chose to take the Uber. Like, why are you throwing that standard on me? Like, that's something that you don't got a problem with. You can take an Uber, I'll be on the train if that's an issue.
That's a fact.
But for some getting an Uber, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat McDonald's. Oh, but look, it's right here. We all hungry. This is right here. No, I don't eat McDonald's. Cool.
But see, exactly. You don't have to eat it. You don't want to eat it though.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get what I want to eat though. You don't have to eat it.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't have to be like
it's
someone
not about.
else. I shouldn't have to change what I'm doing because you wanna change whatever. Like you're particular. Like,
you're entitled to whatever you.
You don't eat that. That don't mean I don't eat that. I can still do what I'll still eat that. Like what are you talking about?
So you're dating a girl. Let's say for relationships, right? You're dating a girl who's like that. You could vibe with that, or it's like, yo, like
I can only vibe with it if they
try.
I think if they could try something, like if they're willing to try new things at least, then I could deal with it. But if they automatically like, nah, I'm only because I've dealt with a few children. Oh yeah, I only eat rice and beans. I only eat this. Like that's like I just eat chicken. I don't eat no other meat or some shit. It's like, yo, bro, like I'm not gonna lie, like you're not even willing to try nothing. Like I made this. And no one else has made it like this, so how you know it's gonna taste bad? Like, just give it a chance.
For me, I can only deal with the biggest word for this right here is what it sounds like is compromise. So it's like if you're willing to compromise, you can be as high maintenance as you want, but as long as you can compromise, because I understand.
But I feel like at that point, that's not high maintenance.
I mean, you can still have your high standards. It's just that you might not have to act on them. Like there's things that you're gonna want. There's things that we might want in life. There's things that we might have a bar set for, but it's not always gonna be there just yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as long as you're willing to compromise and understand that sometimes some of the shit, because granted, there's different types of standards. There might be standards for what your partner might do, or there might be standards for going out to eat. Like it's different types of those things. So if you're willing to compromise and work and talk through that, or at least come to a common ground where it's not like, yo, if we're not doing this, I'm not doing it. Like, if you can compromise, then that can let those high standards kind of, be coexist in a sense.
Let's say there's a scenario or a situation where it's like, okay, you feel this way about this, and I feel this way about this.
It's 2 different points, right?
At what point, like, who is the one who has to keep sacrificing for the relationship to work? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, equally, someone has to.
It's a 50-50 thing. So
I feel like there's gonna be times where I have to sacrifice. But that's the understanding.
But when you decide that sacrifice, though, is it something like?
I feel like it's not that easy. I know exactly what you're saying. It's not that easy.
I sacrificed 5 times. Can you sacrifice?
I wouldn't even say it's like that. I feel like
it'll get to that point if it's just you straight.
Yeah, if it's a one-sided thing, then I think
that's what it will be like. Yo,
if I sacrifice in this moment, knowing damn well that you just sacrificed, or later on I'm gonna hit you with something that you're probably gonna. I can see you sacrificing that situation for me. Like I feel like it's not that bad. Yeah. I feel like if it's consistently back and forth. Yeah, so what I did it 2-3 times in a row, but knowing that there was one time you did it 5 times in a row. Like you know what I'm saying? Like knowing well that you offer the same respect.
Yeah, where like I said, it all goes back to that compromise thing. So it's like if I know in my heart I'm not gonna want to do the shit you're doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You have to take that into consideration for whatever's going on the next time. So it's like, yeah, okay, you might want to do some shit your way this time, but also like I said, keep in mind we did it your way last time. I'm not counting favors. I'm not keeping track of it.
In a way.
But if you have respect, if you have respect, there won't be a need for counting because I know that you're a good person. I'm choosing to deal with somebody that I believe is a good person, so they're gonna offer something in return just because that's who I chose to be with. I chose to be with somebody that's gonna offer that. If I see that red flag and it's not happening from the beginning, then we're gonna have a problem.
But I'm not gonna lie, you don't necessarily always see that at first. So that's why it's like it's a working out process. So it's like you have to put all that on the table at first, and then you take it from there. But off rip, you're not gonna know. Mm-hmm. So you're not gonna know what to compromise on or what not to compromise on. It's just gonna be like, this is what I like to do. This is what I like to do, and then you have to figure out where I compromise first. You feel me? Like it's not just gonna be like you gonna link up with shorty and it's like, yeah, compromise. Nah, we gotta figure out, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I'm okay with even though I don't like it, this is what I'm okay with even though I don't like it, and then shit'll go from there. But it's like it's never just gonna be that easy off rip. Like you have to build that kind of like,
Are you the compromise type up front, like the minute you start dealing with shorty, or do you wait to see if they are?
Not yet.
And then you move around them.
I feel like when in the beginning,
I'm the type to just straight up. So I could show you and you could see that. Okay, like sacrificing in this relationship is what's gonna be done.
But I like that, but I also think like it's one of them things when you first meet somebody, you always limit yourself because you don't want to give up, you don't want to show too much. Yeah. So it's just the idea of like. Especially like when you're dating a girl, it's automatically like, all right, I'm gonna be extra nice or extra, you know what I'm saying, like extra caring about the situation of this girl. Like I'm taking her out, let me pull up a seat, like show that I'm trying to be a gentleman. I think
have it in you.
Exactly, like I'm a part of this, but I don't want to fully give you everything because we're not there yet. Like we just started out, like we just figuring the situation out, and then it's like, okay, now as I get to know somebody, I feel like that's when it's like, oh, I saw you do something that most situations that wouldn't go that way, so like I really like that. Now I could give you a little bit extra length, but I feel like you wouldn't do that from the beginning.
What's wrong with that though?
For me,
I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah, I mean, but for me, compromise don't got to be that severe or extreme at first. Like if it's a first date, yo, I don't like to drink, but you want to go out for drinks, I'll take you over drinks. But I told you I'm not a drinking nigga. But
you gonna get a water.
But I'll drink with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll
jump into your world.
For me, but like that right there, that's me. Like I'll compromise off rip because that's how it's supposed to work. Why am I talking to you if you think we about to just do what you want to do? That's never gonna work.
Yeah, that's never gonna work.
Like
exactly.
The beginning is gonna be all about what we can find that we can compromise on. So like, yo, you want to go here? All right, I never really been to this spot. I'll try it out. Okay, I ain't like it. Cool. We might not go back there all the time, but that is one of your favorite spots. We will have to go there sometime. Yeah, word. So it's like, it's for me. I come into every relationship I have willing to do that, but it's like once I see that there's no willingness to be able to compromise or none of that, there's just no point in going further. There's no point in actually building that relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you said it's not good to show it up front. What's wrong with that? Showing
I feel like
your true colors, showing all of you in the beginning.
Because if you show all of you at the beginning, you given the opportunity to be taken advantage of. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something you just gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being too nice, but understanding that you might get hit with something that you don't want to get hit with. Like, that's part of the expectation. Like, that's just growth and learning from being an extremely nice person, or extremely overdoing it from the beginning. Because you might get hit with something that you wasn't expecting because you thought, you know, give good energy, receive instantly, when that's not how it works. You feel me? It takes time. It's a process. You have to build things, grow with people. And some people don't work like that. You showing mad love from the beginning, somebody gonna take advantage. We live in an evil world, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I mean by that, is that nothing wrong with being nice, but you don't gotta be hung from the beginning, like yeah, you feel me? Like,
I feel that's true, but it's like there's levels of this. Like,
there's levels, exactly. Like, I agree.
I'm gonna throw my cards on the table because that's the type of person I am, but I'm not dumb. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you off rip. I'm gonna show you off rip. This is what this is because this is who I am. Now, whatever you got going on and you don't want to compromise and you high maintenance and you this and you that has nothing to do with me. But for me personally, I'm gonna lay my cards out there because especially if I'm interested in you. So there's a reason. There's a reason for me to lay these cards out on the line. Now, me saying that I'm the nice person, I'll do this and go out above and beyond for my partner, whatever the case may be. Don't think I'm a sucker and don't think you about to take advantage. Like, nah, it doesn't work like that. But just know, if that energy is warranted and is reciprocated, you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things for me. It's like, it's levels to it. You gotta gradually grow into that.
We obviously live in New York. There's a cop on every single block, especially here downtown.
I'm trying to fucking hop the train, niggas always there, bro. Like,
do you feel safe when cops are around or threatened? Do you feel threatened or safe?
I just don't like them niggas, so I feel threatened.
I feel...
Or neutral.
I don't feel safe when cops are around. I don't also feel threatened. I just feel like I'm like cornballs. Like, they just standing there. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like you're not doing your job. Like not to say you're not doing your job, but like there's so many police officers, and I just feel like they almost looking for trouble. That's not all true. There's obviously crime and shit, but seeing a police officer, especially like you said, downtown and all this shit, like it doesn't make me feel any safer. At least, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say I feel threatened by them, but I would just say, like, I just don't. It doesn't change the fact that you being there now supposed to feel safer. Like, everything's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you could cause the problem yourself. Because you the problem. You could be the problem.
I feel threatened by them niggas because those are niggas with the power and they can set it off at any point. So it's like whenever they're around, the fun is gone. Y'all niggas, you feel me? It's just
that's
like,
true. I agree with that.
For me, it's like they're supposed to be upholding and protecting the law, right? But we've seen time and time again how they failed to do that, and they continuously fail to do that. So it's like, yeah, you standing around, you guarding the park, but what you doing? You fucking with the niggas that's smoking weed, not bothering nobody, and there's a motherfucker over here about to try to stab somebody, and you looking at me because I'm
stop smoking. Yeah, but he's stabbing somebody, so stop smoking.
So it's like for me, it's like
that's true.
For me, it's like the cops is like, yeah, that job is needed, but these cops are also regular humans in a uniform, and some of them, anytime they could go like, yeah, this is my badge. Oh, you look like the nigga I want to bother. You look like the nigga I want to bother.
And I could get away with a lot before you.
And if you don't know the common law, we're gonna have a field day because you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just be like, yo, I'm arresting you for some dumb shit, and it's like, now I'm arresting.
You wouldn't know the difference.
The word. So
y'all ever had an incident, or y'all want to talk about sometime where a cop felt over, he did too much?
Any interaction I've had with a cop, pretty much the niggas they'll hit you with, they'll either try to let you up, like if they let you up, they'll be like, yeah, I could have did this to you or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
show off their power.
Like, bro, what's all that? Like, what's that?
Why you gotta say that?
Do it.
And then you do that, and then it's like, you trying. Yeah. See, so it's like it's a lose-lose. But yeah, I'm like in any situation I've had with a cop, it's just like I don't really want to talk to you. Like it's not really to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
It sucks because it's like if you wasn't wearing that, who knows what that? But like just off rip, you showed your.
What are you like outside of this?
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I actually personally know a cop that like she was not even a fucking what's it called, like the opposite of what a cop would be. Like if you hear about who she is as a person, like you amazed by it. But it's just the idea like. I know some cool people, but it's like you put in that uniform, I just feel like especially doing your job, it's like you feel like it's their power.
That uniform stands.
Because if you wasn't wearing a uniform, you wouldn't move that way. Like, Respectfully, you wouldn't, because now it's just two people in the street, but now it's an officer and a civilian, and like it's a little different. So
I feel like that uniform just stands for some shit that if you were part of that, it's like one of the it's like another gang.
It's the biggest gang in the city, yeah, of course.
Like it's just like you might be a regular person, you might be cool, but you put that uniform on, you're standing by the bullshit that they. Granted, they say that there's good cops, but it's just like this. You with a bunch of fucking murderers and shit like that.
What people gonna think?
Grouped up like murderers, nigga. Yeah. Like, and then as far as gangs, you reverse that on us. Minorities, a lot of us be in gangs. Some of us be in it for the active reasons. Some of us be in it for brotherhood reasons. You all the same to a cop. So it's like, why is it that they get the advantage of? Nah, they're humans. Mm-hmm. They're humans, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like, nah. For me, it's like you willingly want to put on that uniform because there's a bunch of jobs in this world, and I get that. This is another job that pays well, benefits, but it's like you're benefiting off of the misfortune of a lot of people in this world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This is a.
Do you think that's fair to when you're associated with a group of people that you are labeled that even if you're not?
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. But depends on what you're doing. It'll warrant that.
But if you chose to be associated with a group of people, you have to ride that.
Yeah, you have to stand on that. You chose that. Like that's a job. That's not a gang in real life. That's an occupation.
Like the only thing I could think of, and obviously I don't want to bring it back to women, but you know how girls be like, "Oh, my friends are hoes, not me."
Yeah, nah. Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because you might not be a hoe, but you have them ways that your friends have. You've adapted some of those, and you might use them.
And not even that. Why are you friends with them? Y'all not alike.
They're not alike. Cool. They fun. I like
because you a hoe.
Because they like to disguise the fun shit as the hoe shit sometimes. So it's like.
I'm just saying, a group of girls that like to have fun, let's talk about it.
There's always going to be that one that thinks that all of them to the right niggas.
I don't even think there's that. It's not even like that. I just feel like if you're a group of girls and you really like to have fun the way that society makes it fun, is you like to have yourself, like, usually that's what other men, it's promiscuous, you feel me? Like, that all being said, like, don't get me wrong, have your fun. I'm not saying that's a problem, but don't say it and try to justify why it's like.
Why you do.
We like to have promiscuous fun too, but guess what? We label every day. We fuck niggas every day. So it's like, regardless of where we are.
But that doesn't hinder us from anything.
It doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
It hinders, the opposite sex.
Literally.
But I feel like for us, it's because we don't give a fuck. Like, they'll give a fuck about that shit. Like, you call me a fuckboy, like, what? You don't even, like, if I'm just talking to a shorty and you're telling me you think I'm a fuckboy, you think I'm this, you're just saying that because you think I look good and you're attracted to me.
And you still gonna fuck with me.
Exactly. So it's like, what does that do for
me? That's just a compliment. Oh, word, you think I get bitches?
I'm a fuckboy, but guess what? You fucking with me. So it's like, what does that mean? Where does that leave you? Where does that leave you? You don't fuck with fuckboys, but I'm a fuckboy.
And once you make that clear, it's like, that's almost like, damn, like, now it seems like because you think I'm this, it's like overt. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, that's a set standard type shit. Like once that's thrown out there, like either hoe, fuck boy, whatever, city boy, all that shit. It's just like, oh nah, that's already like, it's already been put in that category. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real. And the social media shit don't help.
Yeah, social media just makes shit worse. I ain't gonna lie.
Why you say that?
Cause that mindset nowadays it's like,
imagine that's all you know.
Let me get all the shit I can from you. It's how much can I use you, and we gonna fuck, and yeah, we gonna see who gonna come out of this with the bigger advantage at the end of this. You feel me? Like, it's waste a bunch of time.
I had a feeling when I'm attracted to you, so I took advantage of that feeling, and now I went in. Feel me? And now I'm trying to, like, for people that's really out here trying to, side pieces and all that extra shit, is just like, I had what I was looking for here. I got my benefit. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm really trying to hold this down, it's next, but at the same time, it's like, hold down something while you're doing the other things, or you feel me? How many times you hear people getting cheated on? It's just like, that was, I thought it was just me, but it's like, obviously this person was to give you something, so you went out and got it from someone else, but you held this person down enough.
A lot of people don't even be in relationships today to be even cheated on. That's the other thing. Like, people will do that.
Yeah, you gotta make it clear what you're dealing with.
People do that thing where they're not even exclusive, they fucking, and then they mad because
you fucked somebody else, but we wasn't even.
I don't believe in that. It's either single, dating, or relationship.
So dating. So for you, single means I'm not dealing with nobody at all.
Yeah.
Dating is I'm talking to
talking to some girls, fucking couple girls, not just one person.
And in a relationship,
or it could be one person, but
you're dating that one person.
The minute I start dealing with one person for an extended period of time, it's like I'm in a relationship because there's no one else.
Like, you treat the rules of a relationship even if you're not in a relationship.
But I make sure to ask. Like, with me and my girl, I make sure it's, listen, we're in a relationship. You want to be with me? Yes. Okay, cool. This is a relationship.
So
this is not no
straightforward. Right?
Yes,
very
this
clear.
is not no. We're doing things. I don't want you doing things with other people. I'm not gonna do nothing.
So y'all know what to expect out of each other.
Exactly.
Word. That's
exactly. Y'all rock like that, or y'all?
No, yeah, definitely.
I think that makes sense.
If that's what I'm
simple.
pursuing,
like
if that's what I'm pursuing in a girl, yeah. But if I know we just fucking,
word. I think exactly because that's another thing. Is like I've had situations where it's just like off rip, like oh nah, this is what it is. Like this is what I want. So like one night stand, like that vibe. Even if it's not just like that, but it's like we talking and instantly it's like nah, I'm not looking for nothing now. Like I'm just trying to fuck. Like it's like all right, word. Like that's a whole different vibe. Like I know what to get from this versus I'm chopping up with shorty for a minute. We didn't even do nothing, and it's like. Then it's like I feel like I'm thinking differently about you. Then like, oh yeah, you told me what it was over it. Like you just wanted to kill.
Let's say you see a woman, right? The minute you turn around, you see her, she look good.
Okay.
Is how you see her determining whether you're gonna be with her or
no? That's determining if I'm a person.
That's determining my attraction.
Yeah, you're attracted. You're attracted to her. But
because
like,
I see, yeah,
you see her, but then. I don't know. Is it a click? Do you label her as someone you just want to fuck, or someone you want to get to know?
I think it's somebody I'm attracted to. Yeah, but like I said, the looks draw me in. So like that's the attention factor.
That's what I think.
So it's, every time it's just the minute you have a conversation.
Like, yeah, I feel like it has to be. Yeah,
like you can look good
because you could look dumb fire, and then next thing I know, you start chopping up with me, and it's like on some like yo, like I don't do this. I'm not
instantly ugly now.
Yeah, because that's because maybe you just trying to give it up quick. But I'm talking about somebody that really like, nah, I'm not even gonna give it up like that. Like it's like, oh nah, like
I'm not even talking that aspect. I'm just talking like if your personality trash, you instantly.
Nah, I'm talking about more of the idea of like what he was saying. Like are you looking at somebody instantly to fuck or looking at them?
Yeah, because every time I look at girls like, yo, you look good enough. So I
feel like
I don't think I would be.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Even if no conversation.
Nah. I have to have a conversation because for all you know, you might. I feel like you could like. After having a conversation with somebody and you be able to understand them a little bit more, or not even that, also peeping how they move with other people. Like
I'm not gonna lie.
Being in a group or setting or a giant place.
That? Like you cool enough to fuck, but you're not cool enough to be with. You never had that. Just
yeah.
looking at them.
I feel like I have, but it doesn't seem like. I feel like most of the time I'm always like my instant reaction of rip is like, cause I'm like on some man shit. It's just like, oh nah, she look good. I would fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like. I don't know, like, I feel like even as I got older, like, you want to, like, fake talk to somebody and, like, don't be wrong, I feel like if certain things is just in the moment, it happens, cool, but it's just, like, the majority of the time, if you really jacking somebody, peeping somebody, you asking for a number, you're not like, yo, you trying to fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a process, like, it's not like it's just off rip, like, I mean, sometimes it is, but it's just rare.
Like, I don't think he's talking like that. You talking in the sense of, like, long-term things. If you see a shorty on the street.
Like, for me, there's certain girls in the past that I've seen, and I'm like, yo, the minute I seen her, I could see myself with her. Mm-hmm. Even without conversation, I'm just talking about physically.
As he's talking about physical attraction,
sexually. But there have been other times when I look at a girl, I'm like, okay, she looks like she cool for just right now. Like I would.
Like you talking about like I just like on some like what's it called, cover of a book type shit. Like I just seen this cover. This cover is dumb tough.
Yeah.
I haven't really read it yet, but like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna test it out.
Like I said, the attraction is what draws you in, but it's like because obviously you see girls and they attractive. As niggas, yeah, I'm sexually attracted to you. I will fuck you. But now the keeping you around part comes down to your personality.
Exactly.
If you got a trash personality, I might not fuck you, and that might do. But you could have a trash personality, I still fuck you. But like,
yeah, I was about to say.
Now it's still what's happening after that.
Like, the odds of me fucking you probably might go down a little bit because your personality is trash. Yeah,
you wouldn't even just do it just to do it.
Because listen, bro, girls that be attached to you sexually are very annoying if they're not who you want.
Yeah.
Them to be, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're not who you fuck with and you attach to them sexually and you fuck them and it's like it was just kind of a one-time thing, but for them it wasn't.
Yeah, they were trying to run it back.
It's like, ooh, now you kind of.
You wouldn't just want to deal with that though?
Nah.
I'm just asking. Like, you
hell no. I know you just asking, but that's crazy.
That's annoying.
That's now you disturbing my peace.
For the moment.
I've had my fun though.
But you're saying like are you
even
killing knowing that this person exactly.
Even though I know you're gonna be on me and you're gonna be annoying,
I would try to avoid this situation.
Yeah, because
personally, if I knew that, because of I would try to avoid it. Like,
it only gets worse because shorty gonna get deeper in her feelings, and it's gonna get worse as time goes on. Then the expectations come. You've been fucking me for so long. What are we? We ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But then that leads to the other drama. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and that's not worth it. No matter how good.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Nope. It's not worth it. Not a damn second is worth it.
Not a day, not a second.
No, I'm trying to deal with that.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Rico Cloud.
Feel me? We here, y'all.
We're right there.
And yours.
Pop up, word.
Yeah, I'm gonna add everything. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you. See y'all next time.
Yes, check out Wolf to Wolf, y'all heard?
Tune in. Wolf to Wolf's coming soon too.
Yes,